कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We'll talking today about the book Krishna book and chapter 12. So I just want to give some prelude to the Krishna book when I came in this ISKCON and how I was touched by this Krishna book. So this Krishna book is basically the Prabhupada. When he came, he took the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam and he turned that into the Krishna book, whole 10th canto. Usually, it is recommended to read the Bhagavatam canto 1, canto 2, canto 3, and slowly will build up the background to understand the pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna, so that we don't misunderstand him. So there's a build-up. But Prabhupada, out of his causeless mercy, what he did was he gave this Krishna book as the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, full. Okay. And also, this book is very, very famous. And this book is recommended for the children mostly. And also, the bedtime stories. Now, for example, when children were small, we read Cinderella stories, we read some other stories, etc. And Prabhupada recommended this book for the children before bedtime. These are the stories like, telling stories for kids, killing of Aghasura, killing of Bakasura, killing of Putana, how Lord Krishna advents, how he delivers Nalakuvera and Manigriva, etc. All these pastimes are very, very beautiful to explain to the kids, and kids gets used to, because when kids were small they say, daddy, dad, tell me story, mommy tell me story. These are nice stories, pastimes. We tell Ram story, and then they ask, okay, what happens next? What happens next? In the same way, this Krishna book is the best book for the bedtime stories for the kids. And these are not just like a mundane stories. These are the transcendental pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna exhibited in Purna Purusha as a Lord Sri Krishna. And these are different stories that also at the same time bed stories, and also it elevates our consciousness. It elevates our consciousness, and it also gives our lost relationship with our Supreme Father, Lord Sri Krishna. And it connects them. It connects us to back the relationship we have forgotten millions of years. And we are just wandering one planet, other planet. We don't know where is our destination is, where we are supposed to go. All this confusion will be completely eradicated by reading this Sri Krishna book. Such a beautiful, beautiful way of presentations. Okay. And in the previous, I'm sure last few weeks, devotees are explaining about the advent of Krishna, killing Bakasura, killing Putana, etc., all the asuras. And today, we're talking about killing of Aghasura demon. Okay. And one thing we need to understand that Krishna says in the fourth chapter, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashasha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanardaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So if you look at the shloka, he first comes Paritranaya sadhunam. He comes to give pleasure to his devotees. He doesn't necessarily come here to kill the demons. First aim of Krishna is to give pleasure to the devotees. Because he is coming anyway to give pleasure to the devotees, he takes care of the second job of killing demons. Krishna doesn't have to come to kill the demons. His energies are sufficient enough to kill all the demons. Right? Krishna doesn't have to come in person. His expansion, his energies are sufficiently enough to take care of them. But he's coming, but he personally comes to give the pleasure to the devotees. There he don't compromise. He doesn't compromise giving pleasure to his devotees. Swayam Bhagavan, he comes himself. His expansions, etc., all would come and give pleasure to devotees. So one of the pastimes here is Aghasura demon. Okay. So, and we all know that this is all the mood of Krishna is a cowherd boy, right? And Krishna Balram and Nanda Maharaj had. Does anybody remember how many cows Nanda Maharaj had? Or
Nine,
has?
9 million.
900,000,
Yeah.
close to 1 million cows he had. Okay, Krishna Balram was the responsible for taking care of them. So once the Lord decided to go early in the morning with all his cowherd boys friends, he just doesn't go one. He goes Krishna with Balaram, Subal, hmm, all his friends, Sudama, uh, and all his friends, they come and they were able to go to take lunch. They take all, if you remember the villages, they eat morning food and they pack their lunch. And as soon as he got up from the bed, he blew the buffalo horn bugle and called his all the friends. They have a special instruments like they made of buffalo horn bugles, and he made the sound, keeping the calls before them. They started for the forest in a great position. It is like a morning, what you call a morning activity for them. They eat nicely, they pack their lunch, they take all the cows, and they're going in a great procession. He's calling all his friends, and herds of cows, calves, etc. All they are going. In this way, the Lord Krishna assembled thousands of his boyfriends. They were each equipped with a stick, flute, and horn. Okay, as well as lunch bag. And each of them, in those days, they don't have a hot lunch bags, what we have nowadays, right? They have a lunch bag. Each of them was taking care of thousands of calves. All the boys appeared very jolly and happy. They don't have to do any homework, right? Nowadays, if you ask kids to get up early morning, they don't get up because they have a lot of homework to do. Come on, they pretend they're sleeping. No, I don't want to go to school. But here, everything is a play in Krishna's world. Everybody is very enthused to go to the forest with the cows and calves. All the boys appeared very jolly and happy. Each and every one of them, including Krishna, was attentive to his personal calves, ordered them in the different places in the forest. And the surprising news is that all the 900,000 cows Krishna Nandama had, they have all the names also for each of them. Krishna remembers each and every one name. The Krishna calls the name, the cow immediately comes to close to. The boys are fully decorated with various kinds of golden ornaments and sporting propensity. They want to fight, they want to hustle, they want to, like play all the games. And they pick up the flowers, leaves, twigs, peacock feathers, red clay from different places, forest, or they decorate to themselves in different ways. Somebody puts this color. If you go to New York City on the weekdays, somebody puts red color one side, blue color one side, other color one side. Somebody puts this pierce on the tongues. This all where all this came from. Everything came from the spiritual world. All this I just what before. This is a reflection of the spiritual world. All this came from the spiritual world. It's not something new for Krishna's world. While passing through the forest, one boy stole another boy's lunch bag. It's like playing game. And when the boy whose lunch package was stolen came to know of it, he tried to take it back, but the boy who had threw it to another boy, he's playing a game. You pull from him, you give to somebody, this boy is running around. And so all these sporting events have been taking place while they were walking to the forest. Okay. And when the Lord Krishna went ahead and distance place in order to see some specific scenery, Krishna is, the boys behind him ran to try to catch him. Krishna goes in the forest, see something, then they miss Krishna, they run and try to catch him. And so there was a great competition. One would say, I will go there and touch Krishna. Another boy say, no, I will go first and touch Krishna. So these all pastimes are going on. And some of them played on their flutes to vibrate bugles of buffalo horn. Some of them gladly followed the peacocks and imitated sounds of the cuckoo. It's a special bird, cuckoo. While the birds were flying in the sky, the boys ran after the birds, shadow along the ground, and tried to follow their exact courses. Some of them went to the monkeys and silently sat by them. Look at that. In those forests, Vrindavan forest, in those days, I had all inhabitants of all these uh, monkeys, cuckoos, and all other birds. They are there, chirping sounds, morning. All this such a beautiful, beautiful, pristine environment. And some of them imitated and dancing of the peacocks, right? Some of them caught monkeys in the tail and played with them. And the monkeys jumped into the tree. Boys followed. When monkeys showed his face and teeth, boys are also, when you especially go to the monkeys in Vrindavan, nowadays became very some problem also that, whatever you have in the hand, I went last time Radharaman temple, and I had something. No, they took my glasses away. Monkeys came and they took my glasses away. Then somebody said, no, 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 you have to buy some drink, give it to them. So I bought a drink from the shop and gave. Then the monkey nicely came. They gave my glasses and they took the drink. So this is how monkeys play, and monkeys put different faces. Boys are putting these different faces. Some of the boys played with frogs, the bank of Yamuna. Okay, all these things are these are the some of the pastimes that when Krishna was there, every living entity, all these living entities which are present in the Vrindavan are they're not ordinary living entities, including monkeys, animals, etc. That is their last birth before going to spiritual world. Whoever takes birth in Vrindavan, by default, any animal, monkeys, dogs, everything in Vrindavan has so much piety that that is their next last life. They go back to Godhead after that life. Because of some offenses, whatever it is, they take birth again in Vrindavan. Okay, and also they would go also to an empty well, make loud sounds, and the sound when you go to empty well, it's a resound comes. Okay, and they say their name again, they hear their back. So these are all kind of pastimes are while walking. I think if you also remember, if somebody from villages, when they go to schools, they don't have schools close by. They have to walk 2 to 3 miles, and the way they do all these mischievous things, kids, like 5, 6 kids, they go and they go to the trees and they pluck some kids doesn't even go to school. They come back and tell lies, oh, we went to school. So many stories these happen in our day-to-day activities and ordinary lives also, right? Same way, Krishna was explaining all this. Krishna was doing all these activities, and Prabhupada is beautifully explaining here. As stated personally by Supreme Personality of God in Bhagavad Gita, he is realized proportionately by his transcendency of Brahman, Paramatma Supreme. So we all know that Krishna can be perceived in three different ways. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan eti iti sabhyate. So the greatest, for example, for the impersonalist, for the people who are doesn't believe the personal existence of the God, they only think Krishna is a light, Nirakar. They believe in Nirakar, the Brahmajyoti coming, effulgence coming from Lord Sri Krishna, Brahma. And those people are just by seeing the glare coming from Lord Sri Krishna, they think that is a God. So for them, Krishna is not manifested. They cannot see Krishna face to face. The same way, the Paramatma realization, there's a localized aspect of Krishna. They cannot see Krishna as a full form Narayana form or Shyamasundara form. They also see only localized Paramatma, a mini version of Krishna, they see it. They don't fully realize Krishna, right? But where the people who are Bhagavan realization that Krishna is a person and I want to have a relationship with him, they are the people like people in Vrindavan, for example, are Krishna's friends or his friends. There is Sakyabha with Krishna. Means that they're so fortunate they could see face to face Krishna, they can play with Krishna. Right? In the same way, Mother Yashoda in the Vatsarya Bhav, she is trying to catch Krishna in the Mother Leela, and Krishna runs away out of fear. And Jiva Goswami beautifully explains that, the fear personified, Yamaraj is scared of Krishna, and where Krishna is scared of just Mother Yashoda's stick. What kind of leelas are these? These are the transcendental pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna, which gives pleasure to his devotees. Mother Yashoda choose to be in the Vatsarya Bhav, and he's pretending he's a kid, and Mother Yashoda is running behind him to catch hold of for the mischief things he has done for in the house, for the bed butter thief, etc. So this is the transcendental ecstasies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that whatever way you want him, he will present in that way. But for the devotees of the five mellows, whatever mellow you develop relationship with Krishna, he comes. And Prabhupada said how beautiful that is. If you compare to Mayavadis, the who doesn't believe in the existence of the God personal feature, and who compared to yogis who realize Krishna as a Paramatma, compared to them, how fortunate these people who have the Bhagavan realization have a relationship with Krishna. And we all are trying to develop a relationship with Krishna because we accept Krishna as a person, and he's a person. He's like just like you and me. He gets hungry, he waits for your love, and we have deities at home, and they reciprocate with us because we form a relationship with them. That is a one-on-one relationship with Krishna. So how fortunate all these boys, we are going to the cowherd boys, I have a relationship with Krishna, and how fortunate seeing Krishna face to face. Face to face Krishna. How fortunate these devotees are who are playing with Krishna as a and then at that point, even when Mother Yashoda trying to catch Krishna, she is not thinking that he is a god. Because when Krishna, when she was not able to tie with his belly, she was thinking, "Arey, what happened to my son? Something, kuch nazar lag gaya bolke." Then she was thinking of calling some witchcraft to make some mantra. Then so her love is totally involved. He's my son. I have to take care of him. She's not even thinking that he's the supreme personality of Godhead. If you think, she starts giving arhi there itself, but that's not the way. And until Krishna opened his mouth, when Balram comes and complains, Mommy is eating mud, when he opens the mouth, and what she see Krishna? She sees whole entire creation in the mouth of Krishna. And she herself see in the Vrindavan, she can see. She herself see in the mouth of Krishna. Then she kind of she kind of bewildered what's happening. And until that point, she's thinking she's my son. But even in spite of seeing that also, she never trusts herself. Maybe I'm something I'm looking, I'm not, my eyes are not, she is just rubbing her eyes and I seeing again, is he really God? So that is the pastime, that is the association we get with Krishna when you're in the devotional service to Krishna. That's the beauty. All these boys are so nicely playing with Krishna as if he's a friend. They don't even realize. When Krishna himself sometimes comes and say, "I'm a god," they start laugh. "Oh, you're a god? What a joke you are making, Krishna." So look at the intimacy of the relationship with Krishna. Krishna sometimes, no, I'm a god. He says, "Oh, you're a god? Show me your opulences." They play with him such a beautiful way. That is the pastime. That is the rasa between the devotee and Krishna, how that develops over the time. That is the real bhakti. That is how the most fortunate souls who can estimate the transcendental fortunes of the residents of Vrindavana. They're so beautiful. They were personally seeing the Supreme Lord face to face, he whom many yogis cannot find even after undergoing severe austerities. What is that? People read four Vedas. Then they go to this, that, everything. In the Brahma Samhita, it says that Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayavavanancha Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabham Atma Bhakta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Krishna cannot be Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabham. Even person knows four Vedas, okay? And if he is not a bhakta, he cannot realize Krishna. They read millions of shlokas, they become this, that, everything, but they don't know Krishna. Because very clearly, Vedeshu Advaitam, there is no second to Krishna. Achyutam, Krishna have no faults. Anadim is there since memorial. Anantarupam, gigantic form. Arjam Purana Purusham. He has no beginning, he is a Purana. Navayavanancha, at the same time, he is very young. He is the oldest but the youngest. How that is possible? That is Krishna. That's called Achinta Veda Abedya. Vedeshu Durlabham. If you read four Vedas, no, you won't get. Adurlabham Atma Bhakto. A few devotee can see Krishna. That's how it is. Krishna's pastimes are. Here, these kids are so fortunate to see Krishna face to face, where people who are yogis, transcendentalists, they meditate, they read Vedas, they read literature, they become jnanis, but they cannot realize Krishna. But simple heart, simple devotional service, engaging our senses for Krishna, hearing Krishna's pastimes, hearing about glories of Krishna, and simply chanting his glories and associating with the devotees in the temple. they can realize Krishna face to face. They can see face to face Krishna. Prabhupada gave a promise to all of us that when you chant 16 rounds, take shelter from Bonafide Acharya. I am waiting in the Goloka Vrindavan. When you come, I will put your hands in Krishna's hands. That is the promise from Srila Prabhupada. That is the hope we have even today. That's the hope we have, all of us. Prabhupada, what hope he has given to us. He said that. This is confirmed. So many yogis is confirmed, find even undergoing severe. So look at that. He whom many yogis cannot find even after going under severe austerities, although he is sitting within their hearts. This is confirmed in Brahma Samhita. One may search for Krishna, the Supreme Lord, though the pages of Vedas, Upanishads, but it is difficult to find him. That's what. Vedeshu durlabham adurlabham atma bhaktho. Doesn't matter. If you know a lot of literature, you become a jnani. When a jnani is, what happens? Speculation begins, mental speculation, philosophical speculation, mental concoction begins. You go away from the reality of Krishna because you think you're a jnani, you have a lot of knowledge. But if that knowledge is not utilized for realization of Krishna, just waste of your time. Just waste of your time. However, one who is fortunate enough to associate with the devotee can see the Lord face to face. Look at that. How simple is that? You don't have to know mantra, yantra, jantra, shlokas, this. A simple devotion with association of the devotees, you can see Krishna face to face. After accumulating pious activities, many previous lives, the cowherd boys were seeing Krishna face to face, playing with him as a friends. Prabhupada says 7th chapter, Bahunam Janmanamante, Jnanavan Mam Prapatyate, Vasudevam Sarvamiti, Samahatma Sudarlava. We all came to Krishna consciousness not just by fluke. We had acquired lots, we have taken millions of lifetimes. Each lifetime we accumulated certain pious creeds, Jnata Sukruti, Ajnata Sukruti, all of them accumulated. Now we are accepting Krishna as the Supreme. Samahatma Sudarlava, very rare people accept Krishna as a person because they have to go to their cycle. Every soul is a travel plan. After going many lifetimes, at this lifetime became Krishna is the supreme, is the ultimate. They could not understand that Krishna is supreme personality God, but they were playing as intimate friends with intense love for him. That once these boys are thinking that Krishna is, they do not think Krishna is a God. Okay, like that. So all these pastimes are going on. Then suddenly what happens? When Lord Krishna was enjoying his childhood pastime with boyfriends, one Aghasura demon became very impatient. That is the asuric qualities, right? Enviousness, jealous. Aghasura seeing these boys are playing nicely, and the demon became very jealous. He was unable to tolerate seeing Krishna happily. Therefore, he appeared before the boys, intending to kill them all. Kill them all. Look at that. The intention of the asuras. They're envious. They don't want anyone to progress in front of them. Right? They don't want anyone to be happy in front of them. Now I'm just watching nowadays Ramayana. I'm looking at Ravanasura. Same quality, Asura. This Aghasura was so dangerous that even the denizens of heaven were afraid of him. In the aborigines of heaven also, they're scared of him. Although the denizens of heaven drank nectar daily to prolong their lives, they were afraid of this Aghasura demon. And when will so they're thinking who is going to kill this demon? Because demons, if you look at, especially nowadays I'm watching Ramayana, all the rishis in the forest, when they're doing yajna, these demons comes and destroy everything when they're about to do this one. That's why Lord Ramachandra and Lakshman was taken by Vashishta Muni to the forest, right? He comes and takes Vashishta Muni because my yajnas are being destroyed by the asuras. Please come and help them. Then Ram and Lakshman kills all the demons so that they can perform their yajna. So the asuric mentality of demons is so strong that they never allow devatas to live happily. Now they're thinking, this Aghasura is giving so many troubles to us. Who is going to kill this Aghasura? The Renaissance used to drink nectar to become immortal, but actually they were not confident of their immortality. They drink, right? Nectar to become immortal, but because of this scarcity, scared of this demon, they're not confident we are going to live forever. On the other hand, the boys were playing with Krishna with no fear of the demons because Krishna is there, they're playing with no fear on the demons. They were free of fear. Any material arrangement for protecting oneself from death is always unsure. We try in a material way so many things to protect the death, but we all become the victims of the death. We cannot escape death, right? Three facts about the death. Death is inevitable. Death can come anytime. And when we die alone. Remember this point. This is very important. We die alone. Nobody comes with us. That's why we have to make our own arrangements. What comes with me when I leave this body? Not why what I am going to leave here. You have to leave something for your kids, whatever it is. But what comes with me when I leave this body? Only devotional service performed to Krishna will come with you. Nothing else in this world. Everybody comes to up to that point. Everybody cries, they go back. After 1 week, they forget. First Shraddha, they put picture. Second Shraddha, your picture is the garage. Third Shraddha, your picture in the garbage. Yeah, they forget. This is the facts of reality, my dear devotees. That's why we have to see what comes with me when I leave this body. Only devotional service done to only Krishna, not even demigods. Because everything, demigods in the purview of these three modes of material nature in this world only. Only Vishnu Tattvas, Balaji, Ranganatha Swami, Jagannath, Krishna, Vishnu, all these Vishnu Tattvas, whatever we service, they were the one who gives permanent liberation, and they were the one which keeps our credits intact. When you take next lifetime, we can start where you left off your points. Okay, that's how it is. So, but if one is in Krishna consciousness, then immortality is confidently assured. Look at that. A devotee never dies. Vaishnava never dies. He dies to live, right? So once you're in Krishna consciousness, immortality is assured to all the living entities who take shelter of Krishna. It means that you never die. When you on the end of this, you will be transported to the spiritual world. You'll be living there forever. That's immortality, success in Vishnu Tattva. Okay, the demon Aghasura appeared before Krishna and his friends. Aghasura happened to be the younger brother of Putana and Bakasura. That's the one. He wants to take revenge. Aghasura, he wanted his younger brother of Putana and Bakasura. Both were killed already. Putana was killed, Bakasura was. He thought he will take revenge on killing Krishna so that the brother and sister gets happy. Krishna has killed my brother and sister. Now I shall kill him along with his all friends and calves. Aghasura was instigated by Kamsa. He was instigated means he was like energized by Kamsa. Go, kill Krishna because they kill your brother, your sister Putana and your brother Bakasura. And he came, Aghasura came with the determination, I am going to kill. Same Ravanasura also thinks. Ravanasura wife Mandodari, Queen Mandodari says, Aisa nahi karna, you cannot bring Sita like that, this, that. He never listens to her. She cries, she pleads him, please leave her. Sita could send her back to Ramachandra. He says, no, I cannot do that. When I die also, I cannot do that. Same that ahankara, false ego. Okay, they play very important role here. And then he came the determination to kill Krishna. Aghasura also thought that when he would offer grains and water in memory of his brother and sister and kill Krishna and all the cowherd boys, then automatically all the inhabitants would also die. So Aghasura thinking, if I kill all these boys, okay, their parents become very attached to kids and their parents also die, then I can destroy whole Vrindavan. Look at the intent of the Asuras. They want to finish everything. They want to live forever. But that doesn't happen. It's a contrary. It's the opposite, right? And Aghasura, thus deciding to kill all the inhabitants of Vrindavana, expand himself by the yogic siddhi called Mahima Siddhi. If you go to Ashtanga Yoga process, Mahima, Lagima, Anima, all these siddhis are given. Okay, these siddhis would make you bigger than the biggest, smaller than the smallest, and also they can be transported to one planet, other planet easily. All the siddhis would come. Okay, and with that Mahima Siddhi, the demon expanded very, very big. Okay, in yoga system with okay. So one cannot. So the demon Aghasura expand himself up to 8 miles, 8 miles, and assume the shape of a very fat serpent. That's big mouth. Having attained this wonderful body, he stretched his mouth open just like a mountain cave. Itna bada. Desiring to swallow all the boys at once, including Krishna and Balaram, he sat on the path. Look at that. On the way path they are going, he sat with opening mouth. Okay, I can eat everyone. So look at the greediness of that. Okay. And the demon in the shape of a big fat serpent expanded his lips from land to sky. Itna look at, imagine how much that would be. And his lips were touching the ground, and his upper lip was touching the clouds. His jaws appeared like a big mountain cave, without limitation, and his teeth appeared just like a mountain summits. It's beyond our imagination. His tongue appeared to be a broad traffic way, okay? And he was breathing just like a hurricane. When hurricane comes, sound comes, he's breathing that much. That much expanded this Aghasura, demon. Okay? His eyes were blazing like a fire, big, big eyeballs like a fire. At first, the boys thought the demon was a statue. Like this, maybe some picture or statue. They thought statue. But after examining it, they saw that it was a big serpent lying down on the road and widening his mouth. Now they come to the understanding that this is not a picture, this is a real entity, living entity waiting for us. The boys began to talk among themselves. Dear friends, this figure appears to be a great animal and is sitting in such a posture just to swallow us all. Just see, it is not a big snake that has widened his mouth to eat all of us. Now they can understand, okay, this is waiting to just eat all of us. Okay, one of them said, yes, what you say is true. This animal's upper lip appears to be just like a sunshine, and its lower lip just like a reflection of red shine on the ground. Dear friends, just look to the right and left side of the mouth of an animal. Its mouth appears to be like a big mountain cave, and its height cannot be estimated. The chin is also raised just like a mountain summit. That long highway appears to be its tongue. Okay, and it's inside the mouth, it's a dark as in the mountain cave. The hot wind is blowing like a hurricane, he's breathing, and fishy bad smell coming out of his mouth, his smell of coming from the intestines from inside of the body. So this is the description of the Aghasura who expand 8 miles, and all these characteristics are here given. How big mouth is, how wide it is, and his tongue is like a pathway, something like that. All these descriptions are given about the demon Aghasura. They then further consumed among themselves. If we all at one time entered into the mouth of this great serpent, how could it possibly swallow all of us? And even if it were to swallow all of us at once, it could not swallow Krishna. Krishna will immediately kill him, as he did Bakasura. So the friends have an idea that, okay, if all we go, they can swallow, but it cannot swallow Krishna. Krishna is the God and he can kill her. Talking in this way, all the boys looked at the beautiful lotus face of Krishna. They began to clap and smile, and so they marched entered the mouth of the gigantic serpent. Okay, so meanwhile, Krishna, who is super soul within everyone's heart, could understand that the big statue figure was a demon. So Krishna is a omnipotent, omnipresent. He knows everything what's going on, and who is that serpent also. He knows all these things because he's present as a super soul in each and every living entity. Then he's thinking that, okay, you're trying to come now. Okay, next you are in the line. So Krishna is thinking that way in his mind. The boys did not know this. However, and thus while Krishna did not tell those boys all this because the Supreme Lord, he knows everything. Who is this one? Okay. The boys did not know this. However, and thus while Krishna was planning how to stop the destruction of his intimate friends, All the boys along with their calves entered the mouth of the serpent. Everybody go inside. But Krishna did not enter. The demon was awaiting Krishna because the main intention of Aghasura is to kill Krishna, right? Because he killed his sister Putana and brother Bakasura. That was intended to take a revenge on Krishna. But Krishna did not enter, and that snake is waiting Krishna's to come. And he was awaiting Krishna's. The demon was awaiting Krishna's entrance, and he was thinking, everyone has entered except Krishna, who has killed my brother and sister. So Aghasura is thinking, when this boy is going to come and enter into my mouth. So Krishna is the assurance of safety to everyone. But when he saw that his friends are already out of his hands and were lying within the belly of a great serpent, so she already swallowed all the friends of Krishna and they're in the belly. And he became very, very aggrieved. Oh, when they're in the belly, so he's going to digest them, right? So he's kind of getting impatient, Krishna, like started. He was also struck with the wonder how the external energy works so wonderfully. He then began to consider how he could kill the demon and at the same time save the boys and cows. Although there was no factual concern on Krishna's part, he was thinking like that. You see, Supreme Lord, he can create anything, he can do anything in a minute, right? But Krishna is in that form, he's just kind of thinking that way. But in fact, Krishna, within a fraction of a second, he can tear apart and he can bring his friends back. But as a pastime to present to you and me, they're just describing all these lines. Krishna, even in the case of Ramayana, Mother Sita was what Ravanasura took is not real Sita, that she was Agni Pravesha done and everything is protected. You cannot even touch her. We know all these things, but still that anxiety is there. What's going to happen to Sita? What's going to the same way here? Although Krishna, oh, he's worried about his friends. See, sometimes these personalities Krishna put in the Yogamaya potency, he forgets his energies also sometimes. It happens as a pastimes. Okay, he was thinking like that. Finally, after some deliberation, he also entered the mouth of demon. When Krishna entered, all the demigods who had gathered to see the fun and who were hiding within the clouds expressed their feelings with the words alas, alas. So this is what wherever Krishna Leelas are going on, all the demigods would come and present. Right? Wherever Srimad Bhagavatam Bhagavad Gita are read, Krishna himself present, all the demigods also comes. One time Prabhupada was giving initiation somewhere, I don't know the location. Then Prabhupada doing yajna, the initiation yajna. Then at that point, Prabhupada giving initiations, Prabhupada said, oh, now Lord Brahma is coming, Lord Narada is coming, sitting there. So it means that wherever these yajnas, these auspicial activities are going on behalf about Vishnu, all the demigods will by default present. So when Krishna, this is again, this is a pastime basically, right? To give the play. That's why these pastimes, when you read for kids bedtime stories, they listen, oh, this is the demon Krishna killed. So we can show the supremacy of Krishna. That way it creates like attraction for Krishna and generates bhakti for kids. That's why these are the books very good for the bedtime stories. So and all the demigods are watching what Krishna is going to do, how he's going to play with this Aghasura. So all the handling who were hiding within the clouds express their feeling with sounds, alas. The same time, all the friends of Aghasura, especially Kamsa, who were all accustomed to eating flesh and blood, expressed their jubilation, understanding that Krishna had also entered the mouth of demon. This is the other side of the story. All the demigods who are thinking is, oh, Krishna is entered now, this Rakshasi, this demon is gone, it will be finished. On the other side, the Asuras, which are Asuras like Kamsa, who sent specifically to kill Krishna, now they were thinking, oh, now Krishna entered in the mouth of the snake and Krishna will be killed. That is their imagination. That is their thinking because they're demons. They think that, okay, once Krishna went, they don't know the power of the Supreme Lord until they did see the power. Then Krishna entered in the mouth of demons. While the demons were trying to smash Krishna and his companions, Krishna heard the demon Demigods crying, alas, alas, and he immediately began to expand himself within the throat of the demon. Okay. So the Krishna heard the demigods crying because, oh, Krishna went inside. Demigods were thinking Krishna will be eaten by the this one. But when Krishna entered, immediately started expanding himself within the throat of the demon. Although he had a gigantic body, the demon choked by expanding because snake itself is too big, but Krishna can, the biggest of biggest that he can become, then started choking the throat of a demon. His big eyes moved violently and he quickly suffocated the demon. His life air could not come out from any source, and ultimately it burst out of a hole in the upper part of his skull. Thus his life passed off. That's how Krishna entered in the mouth of a demon, Aghasura, and expanded very widely, bigger than the mouth. Then what happens? Mouth shattered, and immediately could not take the breath, and immediately thus the hair life is passed off. After the demon was dead, Krishna, with his transcendental glance alone, brought all the boys and calves back into consciousness and came with them out of the mouth of the demon. This is a Krishna Lila, right? Though they are inside, Krishna can do anything. So he will immediately, with his transcendental glance, just by looking at the glance, right? Krishna can, as in Krishna's body is called what is that? Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti pashanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti. It means angani sakale. Each and every part of the body can do the function of. For example, Krishna can eat through his eyes. Just glancing at the prasadam, Krishna eats it. But we have to take and put in our mouth, then only we can eat it. Krishna doesn't have to. Krishna's all body, any part of the body can work anyway. That's the reason why his transcendental glance, he brought all the boys' calves back into Krishna conscious and came within the mouth of the out of the demon. While Krishna was within the mouth of Aghasura, the demon spirit soul came out of like a dazzling light. The demon Aghasura, the soul came out, illuminating all directions and waited in the sky. As soon as Krishna came out of the mouth of a demon and his calves and friends, the glittering effulgent light immediately merged into the body of the Krishna within the vision of all the demigods. Look at that. Even Aghasura got delivered and Putana got delivered, right? Putana got delivered. Why? Because Putana pretended like a mother. She came to breastfeed Krishna as a child. Krishna has seen only positive part. Krishna never looked into negative part of it. Because she came like my mother, breastfed, and because she pretended like a mother, I will give a motherly benediction. She sent her to Goloka Vrindavan, where Mother Devaki could not able to get that position. Look at the mercy of Krishna. So that's why in the devotional service, pretension also works. Try to be pretend, try to be pretend, sorry, try to pretend as a devotee, you will become devotee. Krishna accepts pretension also. He's so innocent. Whatever you show, he accepts it. She said, I am your mother, breastfeeding. He accepted that. He did not see the other killing part of Bhutana. That is a mercy of Krishna. So even Aghasura, they also came with the intention of killing Krishna because it was killed by the hands of Krishna. She got delivered. Right? That is a mercy. The demigods became overwhelmed with the joy and showered flowers on the Supreme Lord Krishna and thus worshipped him. The denizens of heaven danced in jubilation, means dancing happily, and denizens of Gandharva Loka offered various kinds of prayers to Krishna, Gandharva Loka, Kinnaras, everybody, because they were happy that Aghasura was killed. Drummers beat drums in jubilation. Brahmanas recite Vedic hymns. All the devotees of the Lord chanted the Jaya Jaya, all glories to the Supreme Lord, Lord Sri Krishna. These are the prayers by demigods, the Jesus of Vrindavan, Gandharas, Kinnarvas, King Purushas, all the world they gave jubilation because these demons are so powerful, they destroy, when Hiranyakashipu was doing meditation, Three worlds are trembling. That powerful these demons are. Then Brahma has to come, he had no choice, and give whatever he asked. Because these demons are very powerful, very powerful. They tremble demigods like left and right. They'll get scared. And because only Supreme Lord, only Vishnu Tattvas have the capacity of killing of these demons. Demigods, not that much power. Only Krishna, Vishnu Tattvas can kill these demons. Lord Ramachandra has to kill Ravana. Nobody was able to kill him. Right? So, when the Lord Balram heard those auspicious vibrations which sounded throughout the higher planet systems, immediately came down to see what happened. Lord Brahma, sorry. He saw the demon was killed. He was struck with wonder of the uncommon glorious pastimes. It is also a relation for Brahma also. That's why Brahma Vimochana Lila, he wrote Brahma Samhita. He accepted Krishna as a supreme. So like that, the killing of Aghasura took place when Krishna and all his boyfriends were under 5 years old only. So children under 5 years old called Kumara, Pauganda, Kishora, all these details Prabhupada giving. So for Sri Krishna, the Supreme Lord, who is far greater than such demigods as Lord Brahma, is not at all difficult to award the opportunity to merging his eternal body. He is awarded to Aghasura. Aghasura was certainly the most sinful living entity, and it is not possible for the sinful to merge into existence of absolute truth. But in particular case, because Krishna entered Aghasura body, that they became fully cleansed of all sinful. Because, see, wherever Krishna is there, everything is auspicious. Because he entered the body of Aghasura, the body cleansed. Why? Because Krishna is, wherever Krishna is there, that's cleansed. That's why he was given, merged into the Krishna. Personality constantly thinks of the eternal form of the Lord in the shape of deity or in the shape of a mental form, avoid the transcendental benediction that can know of God. So here Prabhupada will explain that how when we worship the deities at home, how purified that is, how purified when you worship, when you know all the deity worship, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Radha Krishna deities we have home, we just serving them, we can be elevated. Look at that Lagasura, he didn't even serve. Supreme Lord just entered and he got liberated. And he also came with the enviousness to kill Krishna. But whereas we devotees, we are not that bad. We are not asuras. We're trying to please Krishna, put deities at home, we abhishek them, we offer prasadam to them, and look at the what kind of benefits we would get it. Even the inimical nature, the Rakshasa was given merging into Krishna, whereas you and me, devotees, we have Ashtavigraha form at home and we offer prasadam, we bathe them, we do these things, and what benefits we would be getting. Imagine in that way, in this scale. So it means how pure the devotional service should be. What Prabhupada gave us, did anybody give us in this creation, in this any sampradayas? What Prabhupada gave us? He gave us, though we don't deserve it. None of us deserve what Prabhupada gave us. Because his causeless mercy he gave, and that is the mercy came from Prabhupada. What Prabhupada gave, he gave us a mercy. He made us to qualify to worship even Vatsavigraha form of Krishna. None of us have a qualification. That is Acharya. That is Prabhupada. And look at that, what benefits we'll be getting when Aghasura with inimical nature get merged into Krishna, when you are deity worship at home and worshipping them. Whatever bhakti, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to know the shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. Simple heart. Morning getting up, Krishna, with love, I am giving with Tulsi Dala, I am giving this milk, fruit, please offer it. That is Krishna. Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayache. We don't want a great, make chappan bhog every day. No. Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam. Even water is enough for me, but your love is an ingredient. That is what Krishna looking for us. When all these asuras have been delivered, Mother Putana was given Goloka Vrindavan place because she pretended like a mother. We are not pretending, we are trying to be genuine as much as we can. Look at the benefits, what we will be getting in the next lifetime. Dear devotees, I'm telling with bottom of my heart, how many Ashwamedha yagas you all have done in your previous lifetimes. to come to Prabhupada movement and enjoying these nectarian pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna. How fortunate we are. What we have done. We don't know. We have done great things in our previous lifetimes to come to this Krishna conscious platform. It's not easy. That's why never ever underestimate any devotee, even chanting one round. Bow down to the Vaishnavas. That is what Prabhupada gave us. Okay? And here, last, Maharaj Parikshit was engaged in hearing transcendental pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna, who was who saved the life of Maharaj Parikshit while he was in the womb. Parikshit Maharaj was saved in the womb, Mother Uttara's womb, and became more and more interested in Lord Krishna. When he was about to die, he went to Sukadeva Goswami and heard about Krishna's pastimes. Okay, King Parikshit was a bit astonished to understand the killing of the Aghasura demon was not discussed for uh, one one year. I mean, that's a different story anyway. But I just wanted to give that how the devotional service to Krishna or bhakti to Krishna, even though you may do unlikely sometimes, but still Krishna accepts it. Okay, so and here. Yeah, just talking about Bhagavatam, how spoken by Sukadeva Goswami, how Parikshit Maharaj heard and he went back to Godhead. This is all devotional service. Everything, from this lesson, what we are learning, Krishna is so merciful. Krishna is so merciful. You don't have to do a great things to impress Krishna. Simple bhakti is sufficiently enough. We all be successful in our lives. Okay, I'll stop here, dear devotees. And I know I could have covered, but lack of time, whatever. But the gist of is that one. So I would like to stop here. Any questions or any reflections are welcome. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Everybody's mute. Somebody wants to say anything? Dear devotees, add anything or?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam, nice class, and we felt like we are children today and listening nice story.
Wow.
We remember our childhood today.
Absolutely.
So really I enjoyed the stories, listening carefully. But you have explained so nicely, there is really no question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So I would second what Mataji is saying, like the Christian Katha is nectarian, but the way you explain and the tell, you feel like you want to keep listening. You don't want it to stop. So thank you so much. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, it was very nice. Yeah, we became children. Like we went to Vrindavan and what was going on in Vrindavan, we were feeling like we are with Krishna. Very nicely explained, Prabhuji. And this like Asur, what Krishna did in Vrindavan. The meaning is like we have so many Asuras, right, in our heart, in our mind. So motto is to kill those Asuras, right? And when Krishna will just reveal himself in our heart, then only those Asuras will come out. So we had to just take that lesson from this.
Good point, Mataji. I forgot because we have Kama, Kroma, Loba, Moha, and Vatsarya. We have all these things. Yeah, that's a very good point. I forgot. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we are also kind of small asuras.
Yeah, more than that, Prabhuji, Ravan
Right.
was very good.
Right.
Now, Ravan was like, people were knowing, he is like that, but he was very knowledgeable. And even I heard in Katha, like he was so handsome. All Apsaras wanted to marry with him, right?
Right.
And he was very particular, only that ego and ahankar, right? What he did, that was the just cause for his destruction. But nowadays, people are just showing in front of us like
Oh,
very nice.
absolutely.
But
More
they
worse
have
than
heart with
Ravana's.
so many asuras.
Definitely.
Those demons were better than us. Right?
Right, absolutely.
Suit boot wale asur hai abhi.
Yeah. Assume that if we were not in Prabhupada's movement, what we could be doing, and we could have been a bigger Asuras than Aghasura.
Yeah. We should have lot of gratitude for our dear Srila Prabhupada.
Of course. Infinite gratitude.
Yeah, infinite. Hari.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranams. Yeah, very nice narration, Prabhuji. I was totally submerged in the Krishna Katha, and I was totally picturizing the demon like with the teeth as a parvat and the upper lip touching the sky. So that was very good explanation, Prabhuji. I could easily visualize and the eyes rolling like fires. So it was very nice. And also, Prabhuji, you mentioned that thanks for reminding that we can read these Krishna Katha stories, Krishna book to our kids bedtime stories, so that anyways Janmashtami is nearby. So before Janmashtami, it's very nice way to set the mood. So thank you for reminding that, Prabhuji. I totally forgot that I can do that with my kids.
Who is
So,
this,
yeah,
Mataji?
thanks. Shweta.
Thank you, Mata. Thank you.
Hare
Appreciate it.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay. You want to wind up, Simashwar Prabhuji? It looks like maybe Prabhuji is busy. So if anybody has anything, questions or anything to say? Okay. If not, we will conclude the session. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya eva Patitanam Pavani Vaishnavebhyo Namo Vaishnavrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you so much.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hari.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, everyone.